field. First move, computer 1. Draw card. Begin duel. Computer 1. Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
And Slumber Trap is going to kick off round 1 of this set 3 wood deck. So, Computer 2 has to reveal its hand. Jade Mimic Slumber Trap. That looks like Pollux, a Goblin Fanfare, and an Elven Berserker Witch. Well, he's got a big fat pile of wood creatures. Not much else.
Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
And there's the Goblin Fanfare.
Computer 1.
They don't do anything, they just provide a buff.
Mana charge.
Which I honestly cannot remember, so I'm quickly shuffling through the cards to try and find it. If there are no enemy creatures on the board, your opponent loses 2 mana when you summon Goblin Fanfare. He obviously didn't have any, so that's not needed.
Computer 2. Draw card. Mana charge.
That was answered by
Mana release.
Rageflame Spitter. Which has been answered by Slumber Trap, so we're going to see what's in Computer 1's hand. Illusion Regeneration, we have a Leapfrog Boss, Darkwater Siren, and Pope Queen Surstin II. Ugh. That when you're drunk. I can't even say it when I'm sober.
Unlock.
And off comes Lock. Who's in the better position?
Computer 1.
You've got to say that Computer 1 is just by an edge, just because Goblin Fanfare isn't actually doing anything. Apart from sitting there
Summon.
looking good. Leapfrog Boss. Finally going to get some damage dealt. And yes, it's on the slightly useless Fanfare.
Computer 2. Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
The Fanfare is reduced to 1. Out comes Computer 2's Rageflame Spitter. Adjacent enemies to a Rageflame Spitter cannot be sacrificed,
Mana charge.
so neither of those spitters can sacrifice each other.
Attack.
Another cost paid into the Leapfrog Boss, he's going to now take out the Fanfare.
Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
Out comes Darkwater Siren. Provides a spell shield to an ally.
Check. Computer 2.
Check Computer 1, Computer 2's got a kill.
Mana charge.
You could take out the Leapfrog Boss if you got some kind of ranged creature.
Mana
Or you
release.
rotate the Slumber Trap. So one into the Slumber Trap to rotate it, another one to attack. That's going to take out the boss.
Mana charge. Mana release. Mana release. Summon.
And out comes Elven Berserker Witch. I think she might be the only one in the deck who actually is a magic creature, so...
Attack.
Not much option on the whole magic front here.
Put some heart into it.
Dark Lord Siren doesn't attack. But she does take 1 damage. Those Berserker Witches are like all other Elven Berserkers, by the way. When you reduce them to 1 health, they gain attack power and dodge. So really only kill them if you know you can in 1 go. An Arboreal Worm.
Attack.
Now, let's roll.
And he's going to smack those guys for 4. Arboreal Worm's attack is equal to 1 plus the number of other wood creatures on the board. So,
Mana charge.
we do have 3 other creatures on the board. So that's where the 4 damage comes from.
Check. Computer 2. Draw card. Mana charge. Discard.
2 creatures being discarded. Computer 2 does need to kill, so there's probably a spell card. That's Castor and Pope Queen Cersei II. Cast Festival of Wood. Discard 2 creatures, at least one must be a wood creature. During your opponent's next turn, add 3 to the summoning cost of creatures on non-wood fields. So, just trying to buy out the game a little bit longer, see if we can draw something better.
Mana release. Attack.
Pays into the Berserker Witches. They're going to deal 1 damage to the Arboreal Worm.
Mana release.
Personally would have attacked the Rage Flame Spitter. That would reduce them to 1 and be easier to deal with next turn, but okay. And out comes a Mimic.
Computer 1.
For a Mimic, you can sacrifice a creature on top of it. Or you can summon a creature on top of it and pay the cost difference, which will get rid of the Mimic and allow you to summon that creature at a
Computer 2.
lesser cost.
Mana
Computer 1
charge.
passed on its turn, it couldn't do anything because of the cost increase imposed. That's now been removed.
Let me hear you.
So once again attacking the Arboreal Worm with the Witches. Another 1 damage to them.
Computer 1. Draw
Doesn't
card.
manage to kill something, so Computer 1 can summon for the win.
Mana release. Summon.
And out comes Caster. Melee of the 2. He gains Spell Shield because he's next to the Dark Lord Siren. And down goes the Mimic. Rip.
Mana charge.
And that's 5 creatures, so that is GG on round 1 to Computer 1.
Computer 1 wins. Open field. First move, Computer 1. Draw card. Begin duel. Computer 1. Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
Jade Mimic is going to kick this round off. Jade Mimic can be sacrificed
Computer 2.
to summon another creature for a cheaper cost.
Mana charge. Mana release.
As long as it is a non-ultra rare wood creature. Now comes a Rage Flame Spitter.
Computer
That's a more
1.
standard opening we're used to.
Mana charge. Computer 2.
Computer 1 passes on its turn, so Computer 2 gains summoning advantage.
Mana release.
And gladly takes it.
Summon.
Out comes Corsair's Henchman.
Computer 1. Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
Anything you've got, I've got as well. Another Corsair's Henchman. These guys hit the rear. I can't remember if they do. No, they don't.
Unlock.
Each time Corsair's Henchman is rotated, look at the top card of your library.
Computer 2.
Instead of taking an attack action with Corsair's Henchman, you may draw a card. So it's another way to
Mana release.
just get more cards into your deck.
Summon.
That's pretty pog. Out comes Cloudrunner Shipmate. They will not do such a thing. They will, however, smack Corsair's Henchman from range. Because they are cowards. Apparently. Go and smack him in the face directly. See what happens.
Computer 1.
You'll just trade 1 damage with each other. Yeah, not much.
Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
Goblin Chicken Rider, the most legendary of cards. Second to none only to the Dwarf Battle Buggy. The mighty chicken will smack these guys about a bit. Yes. Enjoy it, yes. You have been blessed. They're going to attack back. That is heresy. I will not stand for it. You should be shot.
Computer 2. Draw
Computer
card.
2. Chance to summon into check. Not much damage has been dealt around here, so...
Attack.
Computer 1 might be in a bit of trouble. Reactivates the spitters to attack the chicken. Heresy times 2. Chicken Rider will not allow such flippantry. I would have personally,
Mana release.
with the Chicken Rider on the previous turn, attacked the shipmates. They would have now been down to a 1-1. And you could have tried to kill them with some kind of magic creature, but as they are now, they've got a spell shield thanks to Darkwater Siren,
Mana charge.
who has sacrificed herself to give a spell shield. Oh, and she does that. I forgot about that.
Mana charge.
Yep, that's what she does. If Darkwater Siren is destroyed, choose any creature on a water field and move it to the field she was previously on without changing its orientation. So she died because she was summoned to a fire field, and that's the opposite element, so she loses 2 health and dies. She pulled the creatures which were on a water field to her creature. They also were water creatures and lost 2 health because they stood on fire, and they lost 2 more because they were no longer stood on water.
Computer 2.
That's a mouthful. In the meantime, there's a goblin fanfare. They don't do anything. They just look fun. How come Sahul in battle him? Which means that those creatures are healed. They gain +2 HP. They are much harder to kill now.
Computer 1. Draw card.
In a deck where most of the creatures don't hit more than 2? Yeah, it's pretty easy to say they're not dying. Well, Computer 1 moves into the lead and summons into check with Siam's Sentinel. Cannot be sacrificed.
Attack.
And it will smack everything in a line. It's like the upgraded version of the Cloudrunner Marauders. Hit for 2, so you can reactivate him next turn to kill the guys in the centre lane, but
Mana charge. Mana release.
Now computer 2 needs to get out of this check. Gonna use Fissures of Goalie, Bane of all decks. Flip the elemental field to its opposite side. It has chosen to commit heresy once again. Center field of wood is being flipped to earth. Bad news for the chicken. Gonna lose 4 health, 2 because it's no longer stood on its home element of wood, and 2 more because it stood on the opposite element of earth. You ought to be ashamed of yourself for dealing such things to the chicken.
Summon.
Now comes Flame Guard Recruit. These guys don't hit for anything. They will hit something if one of their targets is on water, but it's not. It's just a fanfare. Who doesn't really seem to give a damn that you're there? So much so it doesn't even counterattack.
Check. Computer 1.
Check for computer 2. Computer 1 now has to kill.
Mana charge.
Much tougher time, everything's got
Mana release.
4 and 5 health, but
Attack.
those Rage Flame Spitters only have 2 susceptible to the Sentinel. And down they go.
How do you like me now?
Excuse me.
Mana charge.
Down goes the Sentinels. Henchmen are reduced to 5. Down to 3, sorry. Not 5.
Computer 2.
They were on 5.
Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
Now comes Juno Spirit Fox.
Attack.
Gonna attack this Sentinel for 1 damage. Not enough to kill it.
Check.
And that's check for computer 2. Computer 1 now needs to kill.
Mana charge.
Gonna have a tough time of this, but got to go for the Fox because it's got the least amount of health. Now comes Flame Guard Recruit.
Attack.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now he gains +2 attack because one of his creatures is on water. That would be the Juno Spirit Fox. So 2 damage for you, and 2 damage for them. And down goes the Fox. Computer 2 is out of check. Computer 1 goes into check. 2 creatures on 2 health, and they don't
Check.
do anything at the moment.
2. Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
Comes Elven Berserker Witch.
Attack.
You can attack the Jade Mimic.
Put some heart into it.
Well, I'm surprised has been there this entire game. I kind of forgot about him. He's just sat in the corner doing nothing,
Computer 1. Draw card.
which he doesn't do anyway. 3 creatures on the board don't do anything. That's
Mana release.
4 creatures, sorry.
Summon.
That put computer 2 into check, but computer 1 was already in check, and it summons a Juno Spirit Fox for the win.
Computer 1 wins.